Intellectual property in the digital age. Hi, I'm Dr. M. Welcome to Think IP Insights, the podcast where we explore the ideas shaping the future of business, technology, and creativity. Today's topic: the life cycle of intellectual property, or IP, and its transformative role in creating real value in your business. Let's start with the basics. Intellectual property, or IP, refers to the rights granted to creators for their innovations and creativity. This can range from written and artistic works to groundbreaking inventions, brands, and new products or services. IP takes many forms: patents, trademarks, copyrights, and even plant breeders' rights. But did you know there's also the law of confidential information? It's another layer protecting IP, ensuring ideas remain valuable assets for their creators. Historically, IP was often undervalued, treated as an afterthought compared to physical assets like factories or inventory. But the rise of the digital economy has reshaped this narrative. Let's take a moment to look at a pivotal time in IP history: Microsoft's 2016 acquisition of LinkedIn. This $26 billion deal wasn't about LinkedIn's physical offices or servers. It was about the intangible assets: its user base, proprietary algorithms, and brand equity. This deal marked a shift. Intangible assets, once lumped under the vague accounting term goodwill, are now driving company valuations. In the US, intangible assets account for over $3.6 trillion in value. In Australia, the figure is $246 billion. And even these numbers might underestimate their true worth. Think about it. Facebook's $1 billion purchase of Instagram and its $19 billion acquisition of WhatsApp weren't about tangible products. It was about intellectual property. Platforms, algorithms, and engaged user bases. To truly harness intellectual property, or IP, we need to understand its structure. Here's a breakdown. First, intellectual property, or IP, refers to creations of the mind, ideas, inventions, and artistic works. Next, intellectual property items, or IPIs, are specific, identifiable units of IP. Finally, intellectual property assets, or IPAs, are those IPIs with the potential to generate economic benefits. It's important to note that not all IPIs become assets. To qualify as an asset, they must be protectable, monetizable, and capable of adding value. Why are intellectual property assets critical in today's economy? Here are 6 reasons. They account for over 85% of many businesses' balance sheets. They foster innovation and economic growth. They create jobs and new skills. They offer competitive advantages and barriers to entry. They disrupt lagging industries while encouraging scalable business models. And they protect consumers through authenticity and quality assurance. One standout example is Apple's acquisition of Beats Electronics. Beyond headphones, the deal secured a robust music streaming platform and bolstered Apple's brand equity. Similarly, Salesforce's $27.7 billion acquisition of Slack highlights how software IP integrates into cloud ecosystems, driving innovation. Let's dive deeper into the life cycle of intellectual property. Unlike tangible assets, which are often purchased outright, IP is frequently internally generated, growing out of a business' unique requirements or goals. But this isn't a straightforward process. It involves multiple stages and iterations, each critical to maximizing the value of IP. Let's break it down. First, identify. The journey begins with identification. Every business, no matter its size or industry, possesses some form of intellectual property items. The challenge is uncovering them. Ask yourself, what gives your business its competitive edge? What do you offer that your competitors cannot replicate? This could be a proprietary algorithm, a unique process, or even customer data insights. Sometimes IP is hidden in plain sight. For instance, a small startup might have developed a unique customer onboarding process that saves time and enhances satisfaction. Identifying this as an asset is the first step toward leveraging it. Next, create. Once you know what you need, it's time to create. This stage is where innovation and ideation take center stage. Whether it's developing a groundbreaking product, drafting a comprehensive operations manual, or designing an eye-catching logo, creation is about turning ideas into tangible IPIs. However, creating IP isn't a set-it-and-forget-it process. It requires strategic foresight, aligning IP creation with business goals and resource allocation, ensuring sufficient time, talent, and budget are dedicated to development. Take the example of Tesla. The company didn't just design electric cars, it created a network of patents, software, and battery technologies that give it a market-leading edge. Every piece of IP was intentionally developed to serve its larger mission of accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. Then, build. The building phase involves refining and enhancing your IP. This is where businesses often iterate to ensure their IP stays relevant and competitive. Market forces, customer needs, and technological advances constantly evolve, and your IP must evolve with them. Let's consider how software companies operate. A product like Slack or Zoom isn't developed once and left untouched. It undergoes continuous updates, adding new features, fixing bugs, and improving user experience. This process builds the IP into a robust asset that not only retains value, but also grows over time. Next, protect. Protection is arguably the most critical stage. After all, IP's value lies in its exclusivity, your ability to prevent others from using it without permission. Here are the key ways to protect IP. Patents for inventions and technological advancements. Trademarks for logos, brand names, and slogans. Copyrights for artistic and creative works. Trade secrets for proprietary processes and formulas. Not every type of IP can be legally protected, but there are strategic alternatives. For instance, Coca-Cola's recipe isn't patented, but safeguarded as a trade secret, ensuring it remains confidential indefinitely. Similarly, maintaining confidentiality agreements with employees and partners can shield sensitive IP from unauthorized use. Finally, value. If you can't identify and protect your IP, you can't value it. And without valuation, you're leaving potential money on the table. Valuing IP can be complex, often involving subjective judgment and specialized methodologies. Startups, for example, face unique challenges because their IP might not yet generate revenue. But even in these cases, revenue potential plays a huge role in determining value. A practical approach is assessing IP based on market impact. How does the IP contribute to competitive advantage? Monetization potential. Can it generate recurring revenue? Scalability. Does it have the potential to grow with the business? Consider the $1 billion valuation of Instagram at the time of its acquisition by Facebook. Instagram had limited tangible assets but immense potential, thanks to its user base, platform, and brand equity. These intangible elements became the foundation of its valuation. As we look to the future, one thing is clear. Intangible assets are the crown jewels of the digital economy. They drive scalability, recurring revenue, and customer loyalty. Traditional valuation models are no longer sufficient. Businesses must adopt bespoke methods to value IP, integrate it into strategies, and leverage its full potential. From patents and proprietary algorithms to brand equity, these assets will define success in the decades ahead. 1. IP is increasingly valuable in today's digital economy, where intangible assets dominate over tangible ones like machinery, factories, or stock. 2. Historically, business valuations focused on tangible assets, but now intangible assets, including IP, play a pivotal role. 3. High-value transactions involving brands and trademarks highlight IP centrality and future wealth generation. 4. IP drives economic growth, fosters innovation, creates competitive advantages, and disrupts stagnant industries. 5. IP are general creations of the mind. 6. IP can be monetized and valued. 7. IP represents over 85% of the value of businesses and significantly contributes to shareholder value. And 8. IP supports innovation, research, development, and new skill creation. To wrap up, intellectual property is no longer just a legal term or a footnote in financial statements. It's a cornerstone of modern business strategy, driving innovation, competition, and value creation. So whether you're an entrepreneur, an executive, or a curious learner, the message is clear. Investing in and protecting IP is essential for navigating today's economy. Thanks for tuning in to Innovate Insights, and remember that IP, intellectual property, encompasses rights granted for creations of the mind, such as inventions, artistic works, designs, trademarks, and new products or services. Remember, help us to spread the IP message, subscribe and share for more episodes exploring the intersection of business, technology, and creativity. Until next time, think IP. It pays.